Oh, we're just cruising on almost 30 kilometers an hour. Will these two LiPos power this homemade e-bike? Let's find out. I want to see if I can power this homemade e-bike with only two 2S 5200 milliamp hour LiPos. I want to see if I can use just these two batteries. Now, these are used, of course, in RC. We only have about 5200 milliamp hours. This is one of the first e-bikes I actually built, and it's a very simple build. This homemade bike uses a geared 12-volt motor. Now, these motors come in different voltages, so the 12-volt model was half the price of the 24-volt model, so I grabbed the 12-volt model, and I figured I'll make it work. So this bike used lead-acid batteries, and I'm using a 24-volt controller. Bike uses two 12-volt 10-amp-hour batteries, this 24-volt controller. Now, this controller, it's like a generic controller, 500 watts. It worked fine. I overvolted the 12-volt motor, and it seemed to work okay. Gets kind of warm, but other than that, it does work. Now, to run the LiPos, we got a different situation here. Going from lead-acid 12-volt batteries to lithium-ion LiPo batteries or lithium polymer batteries, there is a bit of an issue. So inside of this battery, there's actually two batteries. So each one is 3.7 volts. That's where we get the 7.4 volts. So that's why it's called a 2S. Now, each battery charges up to about 4.2 volts. So when we have two of them in there, we're going to have about 8.4 volts. 8.3. So the lead acid batteries, when they're fully charged, this one's been sitting all winter. It's at 12.86, 13 volts to 14 volts when fully charged. Two of them together, you're looking at about 28 volts tops. Now, that's fine for our 24-volt controller. So it's very easy just to have two of these batteries, put one of these 24-volt controllers on the bike, and away you go. With the LiPos, we have a voltage issue. One of these, 8.4, can't really do much with that. Two of them, we have 16.8. Now, this controller is 24 volts, so two of them is not going to work because this controller has a low voltage cutoff. So there's not enough voltage in these two to power this controller. So how am I going to get around that? Let's go take a look. Okay, I've come up with a solution. I've taken out the 24-volt controller and I've put in this PWM speed controller. So this controller can accept variable voltages. Now, this controller is used for controlling DC motors. Pulse width modulated, so it can control a DC spindle motor or whatever. It's not really used for e-bikes, but I'm going to try to make it work. So this controller here is variable voltage, so it will accept our 16 volts from the LiPos. So what I've done, I've just made up a connector, and I've put two Dean's plugs on here, which our batteries are Dean's plugs. Adapter, as you can see, it just makes our series path. So now we can connect the LiPos right to this controller. So the PWM controller will not work with this throttle. It uses a potentiometer or a pot. So I've just taped the potentiometer or the pot temporarily on top of this flashlight here. I extended the wires to the back because I don't want to reach around to control it. And so then we have our speed control at the front. Put it in series. Let's plug it in. Oh, it came on. So this is the switch to turn on and off. Pop our batteries in here. Now these batteries are so much lighter than the existing batteries. So this is just a test, so it's not permanently in there. Switch on the controller, and then let's see if this thing's going to work. So it's not as fast as with the 24 volt. With this setup here, we're not really overvolting the motor very much. I want to see how much we can actually get out of these two little RC batteries. So let's go and do a range test. I am ready to go. Okay, There it goes. Okay, we're cruising on the batteries. Okay, so I'm going up a hill right now, and I backed off a little bit because I don't want to overheat the controller, but it's working. Oh, we're just cruising on these LiPos. Almost 30 kilometers an hour. Well, that's full throttle there. Okay, we got a big hill coming up here. Okay, this is a big hill. I'm gonna back it right off. Ah, made it over top of the hill. Okay, 2 kilometers. All right. Okay, 3 kilometers. Okay, 5 kilometers. The batteries are just slightly warm, and we're going up these hills here. They're pretty steep. It's pretty slow, but this is a full test because we're doing hills and flat ground. So I'll check the battery temperatures. They're just slightly warm. The wires and the connectors are okay. The only thing that's heating up is this controller. It's pretty hot. I'm going to continue on, maybe avoid a few of these hills. I discovered that the brake was sticking. It was kind of ruining my test, but probably lost a kilometer because of that. But yeah, what a noticeable difference. So with lithium batteries, you can't drop the voltage lower than around 3 volts. Pretty much drain these batteries down. Yeah, there's not much left. Try to get 7 kilometers, and then I'm going to check the voltage. Hopefully I didn't drop them too low. So I got a 7 kilometer range out of these 2 LiPos. It's 10 degrees outside. The batteries were fully charged. So this is their first cycle. The brake was dragging, unfortunately, so I probably could have got more miles out of it, but not much. But went up some hills, did some flat grounds. The batteries are only slightly warm. Now all I got to do is check the voltage and get these charging. Okay, so they're 6.27. Let's check this one. Don't want to drop it any lower than 3 volts per cell. 6.37. So they're within the lowest voltage. Just on battery power, I did not pedal. I only did a little pedal on the last really steep hill just at the top, and that was it. So that was all on motor. Technically, this is an assist bike. So of course, if you look at the 7 full kilometers on battery power, that's actually really good because you're only going to use the motor to help you up some hills. 2 batteries on an assist bike is plausible. It will work.